Coming up, the first and best-known race in the Champ Car World Series. Last year's winner, Paul Tracy, is the crowd favorite.
I've got a pretty good track record there. I'd won there 4 times.
But 2004 Series winner Sebastian Bourdais is looking to start his season where he finished last year, at the top of the podium.
It's all about making sure you are one step ahead of everybody else, but that's not always very easy to achieve.
2 of racing's best drivers go wheel to wheel in this episode of Race Car Driver. With 750 horses under the hood, Champ Cars are fast, furious, and on the edge. And so are the men who drive them.
That couldn't have given him any more room.
Using turbocharged engines that can hit 230 miles per hour, these drivers have to be fitter and faster than any racers on the planet.
I love to compete. I love to win.
Now you'll get an exclusive look on what drives them on and off the track.
More so than money, it really comes down to pride.
And one team's quest, pushing the limits in hopes of winning the championship.
No, he's not! Damn it!
While competing in 14 races on ovals, permanent tracks, and street courses all over the world.
Bourdais has a flat. Keep going.
Against the best drivers in the series. Man and machine, driven to perfection. Race Car Driver starts now. The Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach is the best-known race in the Champ Car World Series. It combines the excitement of Hollywood with the anticipation of a new season and the drama of which driver will take home the Vanderbilt Trophy at year's end.
All the cars are basically identical, the engines are identical, the tires are identical. It really comes down to the human element.
And the human element for Forsyth Championship Racing is Paul Tracy, the most successful active driver on the Champ Car circuit and winner of the 2003 championship.
I'd like to see Paul Tracy win.
PT is the man. He is my favorite racer.
Paul Tracy.
Long Beach is such a historic event. The record is 6 wins there, and it's something that I didn't really think about up until last year when I won it for the 4th time. And a win would be great, but most importantly, to start off the season with a good result and not get behind in the points.
The championship is won based on a series of points earned by winning races, pole positions, and leading laps during a race. Paul Tracy is almost always close to the lead and has been since his earliest days.
I started racing when I was 6 in go-karts. From there, I started racing cars when I was 16 in Canada.
Paul got his love of cars and racing from his father, but his mother is his biggest fan.
Guess who's here?
Hey, you didn't tell me these guys were here. I wouldn't have came.
I was going to say he was just like any other kid, but he really wasn't, because he just lived and breathed racing.
Racing was just a part of what we did. Obviously, the winters are long in Canada. I played hockey until I was like 12. But in the summertime, we would go racing. That really was one way of keeping me from going out and screwing around and with the other kids and getting in trouble through my teenage years, because if I wanted to go to a race on the weekend, you know, I had to make sure the engine was rebuilt, the cart was ready to go, the engine was on the cart, the gearing was right, everything was ready to go. So I would, you know, spend my whole week doing that in the garage because I wanted to win the next race.
His father always said, this is what he's going to be. He's going to be a racer. And of course, I was dead against it.
When I started racing and before I got to Champ Cars, she wasn't digging it too much because my dad was spending all of the personal savings on my racing career because we didn't have any sponsorship. My dad would just buy something for the race car, 50 grand or whatever, and my mom would be like, where'd this 50 grand go? He'd try to lie his way out of it. Hey, Dad, come on out here and be on TV.
Paul's dad still watches the races. He doesn't get to go to too many anymore because he's so busy with his work, and then he has his hobby of restoring old cars.
Dad would have like Ferraris in the driveway and Lamborghinis and Jaguars, and people in the neighborhood, I think they thought my dad was a drug dealer or something.
In the workshop where he restores the cars, he keeps pictures on the wall of Paul's career. And I guess he looks up at them now and again and says, "That's my boy."
Is this Jag run or what? Yeah. Let me take it out. He'll give me every excuse in the book to not let me drive it. Let me take Patty out for a ride in it. Does it run? It's not running good. It's running good. The brakes are hanging up. I got no insurance. Let me take it out for a drive.
No, because the brakes are hanging up on it.
You got all the excuses in the book.
I know, but all I got on for insurance is
I got my own insurance.
$102 a year.
I got $5 million worth of liability. I worked for my dad for a while and I hated it. So I would probably end up working with my dad. My dad's company is a painting contracting company, so obviously it was like cleaning up paint, wiping up spills, picking up garbage, the stuff that nobody else wanted to do. That was what I had to do.
Rick Schlesinger's car.
He didn't want to let me drive it.
Schlesinger's, that's what.
Hey, get in, Patty. I'm taking you for a ride.
Are you gonna drive fast?
No, this thing's slow. How do you turn the lights on this thing?
When I first started coming to the races, it was kind of scary to see them drive so fast. So on race day, I wouldn't eat. I was very nervous. But the more and more I came to each race, I'm more calm now.
He got caught driving one of those on Markham Road at 120 miles an hour when he was 12 years old.
Paul lives, breathes, and motor racing. I mean, that's what he does. Paul can drive anything. I mean, he can drive a shopping trolley and be the fastest guy. I mean, he's phenomenal.
Guy's an absolute amazing driver, and, you know, I mean, he's up front for a reason because he's one of the best.
You know, Paul definitely has a habit of maybe getting a little bit undisciplined at times. He started his career as having a reputation as being somewhat of a uncontrolled, kind of wild, you know, kind of individual. Had a reputation for wrecking at times, either winning or wrecking.
That was the way he raced years ago. You won or you crashed, one or the other. There was no second or third or fourth. Paul was either on the podium or Paul was in the wall. And that's what the crowd used to call him, in the wall Paul.
Coming up, Paul and the Forsyth team meet their newest driver, Mexican sensation Mario Dominguez, for the first time. And their biggest competition looks to be the 2004 champion, the young Frenchman, Sébastien Bourdais.
It's like a mini circus. Obviously, we bring everything with us that we need to be able to exist weekend by weekend wherever we are in the world. There's several hundred people, you know, when you look at all of the teams. We're running 2 drivers, and we've got about 30 people with us this weekend, excluding the drivers. You know, you times that by 19 drivers that are here, so you can see just how many people move around.
It's qualifying day, and being the first race of the season, all of the testing and work Team Forsyth has done will be pushed to the limits.
When you get to the first race, all of the things that you've learned over the previous 4 or 5 months of testing and development, you arrive there wanting to make sure that you can capitalize on that and that everything that you think you've learned does actually pan out in real life.
You can't win it all in the first week or first few races. It takes the whole season.
Very critical for us to basically, you know, get off on the right foot. You know, first race sets the tone for the championship. Okay, let's go another 2 clicks on that rear high-speed rebound adjustment. I think in the preseason, a lot of teams in the series were basically writing us off. You know, we had some departures, we had some changes.
He's easy.
One of the most significant changes to the team is a new driver, Mario Dominguez, the 2002 Champ Car Rookie of the Year.
It'll be interesting. I don't know anybody, like my engineer, the mechanics, anybody.
Mario Dominguez is still very young. He's upcoming, very aggressive, a very technically astute driver, and one whom we expect to see great things from in the future.
How are you guys? I'm Mario. I'm Jason. Jason, nice to meet you.
Hello, Mario.
What's your name?
Nick.
Nick, nice to meet you. I'm your new driver. Hey!
Organize
What's
yourself.
happened,
How are you,
buddy?
man?
Good. How you been?
Great. How about you?
Yeah, good. You gonna be on this car or that one?
Yours.
Cool. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So on this familiar face.
Mario showing up at fairly late notice and that whole deal coming together fairly late is a big challenge for all of us. One of the things that makes combinations of car, driver and engineers work best together is one of having some time around each other.
I think I look good.
That's the important part.
What do you guys think?
You look very
I mean, hazy. But
I'd say you're not going for a beauty show today, so let's get you in the car.
There's a host of things you do for a driver to make him comfortable in the car, least of which is seats and steering wheels and placements of different levers. We really didn't have the luxury of doing that for him to our own standard. So what we did was I said, hi, how are you? My name is Mike Pulowski, and I've never done this before, meeting my driver at the race. But there's a million things that we need to talk about, but let's forget all that right now and just concentrate on here and now. Here's the car. What's bad that I need to fix right now?
Actually, I can move that.
it always takes a while for a driver and team to gel, and especially the driver and engineer. They always say like the driver and the engineer is like the boyfriend and girlfriend because they have to communicate so well. Well, I'm happy to be here, guys. Yeah, glad to have it.
One of Mario's more challenging jobs for Forsyth Racing is to judge the Miss Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach.
I think I'm a good judge. I look for a bit of everything. Look, personality, they have to be pretty, they have to walk properly, so I look for the whole picture. It's just tough, you know? You'd rather be at home and just sitting down having dinner, but it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Right here, yes.
Coming up, Paul has his sights set on winning the pole position, but Sebastian Bourdais and 17 other drivers aren't ready to give it up. Paul Tracy has 4 victories at Long Beach. To win again, he needs a strong qualifying session.
We basically get 2 1 hour 15-minute practice sessions and then 2 qualifying sessions. You know, get your car right for the race. And just try to qualify as close to the front, if not on pole position as possible. The field is incredibly close. Competition's incredibly tight. Everyone's within, you know, a couple of tenths of a second, 3/10 of a second. So, you know, to start up front is very key to having a good shot at winning the race. But I think we're right there with them.
Yeah, we're right there. I mean, it's the traffic. You know, nobody else went as quick as they went first run.
No, we were the only people who improved.
You go and qualify on day 1. The pole sitter on day 1 is guaranteed a front row starting position and 1 championship point. You basically go and repeat the same process on day 2. The fastest guy on day 2 will also earn a guaranteed front row position and another championship point.
Pole would be nice.
team is elated. We have Paul Tracy on pole and Mario Dominguez with the 3rd place. So the team is going to celebrate.
We set apparently a new track record, which is quite impressive, given that when the track record was set back in 2000, the cars had about 200 more horsepower than we do now. So obviously we're doing something right with the car.
The crowd went wild when I scored the pole today, so that's a nice feeling when you get out of the car and all that media is around. And you know, now it's time for me to just sit back and kind of reflect on the day. And I'm here on the computer looking at what the media has to say and kind of giving myself a little pat on the back. When I get in the race car, all I want to do is win. I'm not there to be out there, to be a guy driving a champ car. I could care less, you know. It's about winning. My focus is all 100% to compete at the level that it takes to compete, to beat guys like Bourdais.
If we have to stop at the pit speed limit, okay? Not further.
26-year-old Sébastien Bourdais is in his 3rd year of driving champ cars for Newman Haas Racing, co-owned by actor and racer Paul Newman. In 2004, Sébastien dominated the field with 7 victories, 8 pole positions, and winning the series championship.
Well, I grew up very close to Le Mans, the 24-hour racetrack, so it was pretty much a destiny to do racing. I was 3 years old and my dad bought me a Yamaha motorbike. I just loved riding motorbikes, and then we started go-kart, and I loved it right away. It was pretty fast, and that just led to what I'm doing right now. The truth is you don't always win, you know, and it's just what racing is all about. You're trying, but it doesn't always happen. I can see myself staying in champ car, you know, until, you know, I'm not fast enough and young kids are kicking my ass, I guess.
The field is set, the crowd is amped, and the drivers are ready. Next stop, Victory Lane.
Can you kick Paul Tracy's ass?
I will try. He's good though.
Mario! I'm gonna go just past this break right here. Just
no, I'll try to be right behind you.
You're right on my gearbox and follow me through so he can't tuck in.
I'll try to be right behind you so I can escort you the whole time.
All right.
Good luck, buddy. Thanks.
Welcome to Long Beach, California, the 31st Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, preparing to start the 2005 season for the Champ Car World Series. We are about to get the first green of the 2005 season. Paul Tracy in the lead.
Look at Dominguez, his teammate down the inside you'll care. They go side by side.
For the person standing on the sidelines, you know, whether it be my mom or my wife, it's a nerve-wracking time because an accident can happen at any time. If you're a driver, you can't really think about that stuff. If that comes into your mind when you're racing, then it's probably time to stop, but they got to stand there and watch.
Bourdais is absolutely flying. He is standing on the gas here. He is just driving the wheels off.
You're having the best time of your life when you're driving the car. You know, you feel you have the privilege to do it. So many people would like to be in your seat, you know, that you got to feel pretty good about it.
Look, 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 here he goes. Oh, we got it.
Oh. 6 to go as they come to the stripe. Bourdais jumps to a significant lead.
I've never been really sensitive to pressure. I try to completely forget about the number of laps remaining and then get the job done until the very end.
Coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go for the 2004 Series champion.
There's second place Tracy.
Final time around the streets of Long Beach, Sébastien Bourdais. Coming to the stripe, J.D. Wilbur waves the checkered flag over Sébastien Bourdais, the winner of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Over 4 seconds clear of Tracy.
Mario Dominguez 5th. There's Tracy alongside Bourdais. They congratulate each other. Donuts from Sebastian on the menu at McDonald's tomorrow.
Pretty big disappointments. I think, we thought we had a better car than we did, and Sebastian outraced us. They had a better car at the end of the day. That's probably my fault.
First time fueling the car ever. He's a rookie fueler. And his car just won the race today. Sebastian Bourdais.
To pass PT like that, it doesn't happen so often, so pretty happy the way things went. When you're racing, it's all about making sure you are one step ahead of everybody else, but that's not always very easy to achieve.
Man, I couldn't believe how fast he was going. We were trying as hard as we could go, and I really didn't have anything for him.
Second is not good enough. When we come second, we all want to do, a little bit better.
Next time on Race Car Driver, Monterrey, Mexico. Mario is the fan favorite, but the talk is all about Paul and Sebastian.
Did you give Sebastian Bourdais room?
Oh, I gave the guy plenty of room. I couldn't have given him any more room.
That's a PT comment. I mean, you see it the way he wants.
Who will stand atop the podium and who will hit the wall?